You ready? All right, all right, all right. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, it's so hot. Mo better, Mo better coming with the fire and flame. Coming with the cocktails and conversations. Ain't no telling what we gonna talk about today. Yeah. Let's have some fun and get this conversation going. Hit that like button. Thank you in advance. All support is appreciated. Get your snacks and drinks. Let's have some fun and great conversations. Enjoy these cocktails. Yeah, Mo better. Ain't no telling what we gonna talk about today. Let's have some fun and get this conversation going. Hit that like button. Thank you in advance. All support is appreciated. Get your snacks and drinks. Let's have some fun and great conversations. Enjoy these cocktails. Mo better, Mo better, Mo better, Mo better. Come in with the fire and flame. Come in with the cocktails and conversations. Ain't no telling what we gonna talk about today. Let's have some fun and get this conversation going.
Hey y'all. So let me start out by saying this is just really off the fly. I am like sitting outside watching my son play in the pool. And I was like, you know what? I just got off work. Let me do my story time now. Fuck it, just go on and go live. So let me speak to some of y'all. I'm sitting in the backyard, so I'm gonna turn my camera off. But let me just show y'all the pool right quick. Let's see. You see that baby in the pool? Well, you can't see him, but he in the pool. Let me see if I can turn this camera around. I don't have my laptop. I am just sitting outside, so I'm gonna turn my camera off, and then I'm gonna speak to y'all, and then I'm gonna get into my little story time, so I can tell y'all all about the love of my life, which was my husband. Okay, so let me turn the camera off. And you guys bear with me because I, oh, there we go. Because I'm on my phone. I don't really know how to use the phone. So we are going to, let's see, just bear with me. That's all I'm asking. Okay. And if you hear some kid in the background, that's my son in the pool. I'm outside, so the wind chimes are going. And right now, it's an ice cream truck passing by. So there you have it. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna apologize right now if I missed any comments because I'm not sure if StreamYard shows all the comments. So please know, charge it to StreamYard. It's not me because I really be trying to speak to everybody. But anyway, hey, Mr. Oh My Destiny. What's up, my bird? Hey, this is Gwen. Hey, Morgan. Let's see, who else? Butterflies. Hey, boo. Just my thought. What's up? Good evening, Moped and Chat. Out listening. Have a great live. Thank you. Toya D in a place to be. Woo woo. Woo woo. Hey, Miss Jeannie, my boo, my sis. Let's see. It's my Shanice. My Shanice is here. Hey, boo. My sister making cookies, so y'all hear some slamming. That's her. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Hey Chill, what's up? Angela White, hey boo. What's going on? It is beautiful outside. It's nice and sunny. Let's see. Who else? I think I got everybody. Chill. I said hi to Chill. I said hi. Hey, PDP, what's going on, PDP? Let's see. Mo besties, take a moment and like this video. Thank you. See if I can post that. Yeah. Damn. In a minute, I'm gonna be able to go live from the phone. Oh shoot! But now I think I messed up. Oh wait, here we go. I don't know how to keep it up there and see the comments, so y'all saw that. I have to figure it out another time. Hey, Sugar Plum, what's going on, boo? Let's see. Miss Pearl, Barbara, Angela White. Let's see. Your pleasure. Hey, boo. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for being here. Um, okay. Angie, hey, boo. Okay, so I think I got everybody. I'm not trying to stay out too long, but I am going to tell y'all my story and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So, where do I start? Okay, so I went to an all girls Catholic school, and my husband went to an all boys Catholic school, and he was 1 year younger than me. So, they used to have this one school that he went to, they used to have these monthly dances that was like off the chain. Everybody used to go, even the public school kids. So when I would go to the dances, he would always, well, not always. It was one time he just grabbed my hand and he was like, "You want to dance?" And I looked at him and I was like, "No," because he was shorter than I was, and he was real light skinned. You think I'm light skinned? No, he real light skinned, like way lighter than me. And he had a jerry curl, and he was short. That was not my type. I like tall. I like tall, dark, and even though I like tall and dark and handsome, they never liked me really. I always had a light skinned boyfriend, but it wasn't my choice. Yeah, he was a short King Morgan for real. So this was in high school. Um, so let's fast forward about, let's see, I want to say 10 years. 10 years, me and my girls was going to this place called the Century Club. The Century Club was on and cracking. It was in Century City. It was one of those places where all the entertainers used to go. Like put it this way, one time we went and one of my girlfriends, Puffy, was there with Mace and Biggie, and my friend freaking asked Mace to dance, and he said, "Yeah, girl, they was on the dance floor, get cutting it up." So it was like one of those type of places. So anyway, I am at the club with my girls 10 years later. So we were all the girls had to go to the restroom, and I was the only one who smoked cigarettes. I know it's bad, but it was what I did. So they was all in the bathroom, so I was like, "Ooh, this is my time to let me smoke a cigarette right quick," because none of them smoked, right? So I'm standing outside the bathroom, I'm smoking a cigarette. That's when you could smoke inside of places in California. So while I'm waiting for them, he stopped in front of me and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like, "I'm fine." And he was like, when you finish smoking that cigarette, I want to dance with you. Hey, Sally Sunny. And I was like, "Okay." But he said it so smooth. There was something about the way he said it. I was like, "Ooh, alrighty then." But back then, all the niggas used to be hitting on me. So I was like, "Okay, well, all right." But I was like, "Okay, that was smooth." So anyway, later on that night, we walking by the dance floor. Excuse me, and he grabbed my hand and was like, "Will you dance with me?" And I was like, "Okay." So we started dancing, girl, and he was like, "Your name is," and he said my full government name. So I stopped dancing and I started looking at him up and down, and I was like, because I don't didn't remember him, and I was like, "How you know my name?" And he was like, "You don't remember me?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "You took driver's training at such and such high school in 1984. And I was like, oh my God, how did you know that? And he was like, because you was the only girl in the car. I was one of the guys. And I was like, for real? And I said, no, you didn't. I said, who told you that? Because at that point, I had been stalked at least twice. So I was very mindful, like, oh my God, I hope this ain't another stalker. Hey, Francis. So I was like a little worried, like, what the hell? I hope this fool ain't trying to stalk me. I hope I ain't gonna have to call the police again. So, but he was like, you don't remember when he said the guy's name? I'm just gonna call him Jonathan. He said, you don't remember when Jonathan was driving and the people and some of his friends pulled up on the side and was like, ask your teacher, is that a wig? And you don't remember the teacher pulled her hair and said, no, does your mama wear a wig? And that really happened. So I was like, oh my God, you really were in the car. And he was like, yep. So I was like, okay. So we exchanged numbers. And so we was like, we dated. We used to take me out every weekend. We was having a good time and we went really slow. Like we dated for 2 months before he kissed me. We dated for 6 months before we had sex. He just waited and he was very nervous. He told me that later. Because come to find out, I was the girl of his dreams. So, and I didn't know that until one day we had probably been together maybe a year. And we went to a barbecue and I was sitting on his lap and one of his homeboys passed by and he was like, oh my God. He was like, oh, you finally got her, huh? He was like, look at you sitting on my man's lap, rubbing on him, kissing on him. And back in the day, you didn't want nothing to do with him and look at you. I was so embarrassed, like, oh my God, what the hell? So anyway, I had just started my job that I'm at right now. I was just starting my career, but my husband was more like he wasn't really a thug, but he was more like a hustler. Like he didn't have no real job. He just was a hustler, but he had money. So, and back then when you in your 20s, you ain't really looking at the whole full thing. You just looking like, dude, this nigga got money to take me out. He had money to have fun, that kind of thing. So he did, and he was very sweet. He used to buy me nice things. He would take me everywhere. I remember one time we went over to one of his homeboys' house to watch the football game. And we walked in, his homeboy was an asshole. This one was anyway. He was like, why you bring your girl? He was like, man, she probably know football better than your ass do. But that's the type of dude that he was. I can recall a number of times when we went somewhere and I was the only girl. And I would be like, why? Hey, Linda Dorsey. And I was like, why do you do that? And he was like, because I just want to hang out with you. I just want to be with you and, whatever. So we used to hang out a lot with his friends or whatever. So we were together a very long time. We kind of had one of those relationships where we were off and on. We never, he never cheated on me. I never cheated on him. But I wanted to get married, and he really didn't want to get married. He didn't say that, but he was dragging his feet. So fast forward, we break up. We would get back together. And let me say this, I'm a Sagittarius through and through. When I'm done, I'm freaking done. Like it ain't. It's some niggas I broke up with that used to come back and think they could come back, and I would be like, hell to the no. But I tell you this, y'all. Oh, hey, Jay John, I'm sorry. So, hey, username, what the hell? What's going on? What's up, Room Shaker? Jennifer Thomas, hey, boo. I think I said hi to Linda Dorsey and my boo, Stylist Sunny. Okay, so where was I at? Oh my God, I forgot where I was at. So, oh, okay, so we would break up and get back together, but we would break up because, I wanted, like, at first, I had my own apartment and he still lived at home with his mom. And I was just like, oh, we should move in together. But thank God he didn't ever do that because we came to a point where I was like, okay, I am not letting this nigga move in. I am not having a baby. None of that. So we would break up, but he was the one guy. That's what I was telling y'all. When I'm done, I'm usually done. But he was the only man that I couldn't resist him. It was just something about, I don't know, it was just a connection. I don't know. And he wasn't even my type as far as what I like, but he was very handsome. Um, people used to say he looked like Ice Cube. He looked just like Ice Cube, actually, just a lighter version. And then I think it was PDP that mentioned about the height. So yeah, he did sprout up and ended up being way taller than me. And when we got together, he used to call me Shorty because he knew, like, you still like me because I was short. Now I'm tall and you short. That was fun. You going inside? Oh, okay. Yeah, please dry off before you go in the house. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Dry off before you go in, okay? Be careful. Don't slip and fall. So anyway, so we used to break up. We would get back together. So what happened? So I used to be so heartbroken, but this is around the time when I used to go visit. Some of this time, I used to go to Texas to visit my mom. So one day, when I went to Texas, my mom was so tired of me being sad. And she was like, and I think she was thinking if introduce her to a nice young Texas man, she gonna forget all about him. So she introduced me to this man, and we and him started dating. We had a long distance relationship, and my husband at the time, me and him were broken up. So one day, he just called me, probably like after I had been seeing the guy in Texas, maybe almost a year. And one day he called me, and I was like, "Oh my God!" So I just told him, like, I got a boyfriend. He live in Texas, and I'm probably gonna move out there. Yeah, right. He was on me so tough. The guy in Texas, side note, let me tell y'all about this guy in Texas. So the guy in Texas, well, meanwhile, let me say this. My husband at the time, he was chasing me. Like he was on my ass. And it wasn't nothing I could do because I couldn't tell his ass no. I couldn't understand it. So, but didn't sleep with him or anything like that, but I did used to hang out with him. Okay, turn that down. Sorry, Mama. That's okay. I'll turn it down. Okay, I'll be in a minute. So the guy was like, so one day I was going to visit the guy in Texas, and I was just gonna tell him like, look, I got back with my ex-boyfriend. So I went to Texas. He came to pick me up, and I had plans on breaking up with him. Hey, hey, you too loud. Too loud? Yeah, please. 'Cause I'm on live, okay? Quiet. Thank you. I'm sorry, Mom. It's okay. So I freaking went out on a date with him, and I planned on breaking up with him. I actually break up. Hey, Carmel Latte. Hey, Simone. Simone. So anyway, I planned on up with him. I actually broke up with him in a car because I'm thinking, okay, let me break up with him before he spend any money. But he took me over to his mother's house, who was one of my mom's like elementary school friends. Girl, I wasn't even thinking about that because all I was thinking was, we back together. I gotta ditch this fool. So we go to inside the house, and he had a diamond ring, and he told me in front of my parents and his grandmother. He was like, "Yeah, I was gonna ask her to marry me, but she broke up with me on the way over here." Talk about embarrassed. But anyway, it is what it is. It kind of fucked up my mom's relationship with her too. They were still cool, but not as close because it was kind of like your daughter broke my son's heart, whatever. But anyway, I'm just telling y'all that just so y'all can see how deep the love was with my husband. But he had cold feet, and he was like, he wasn't no thug, but he was a hustler. He was kind of street a little bit, but he knew how to behave, whatever. Um, so we got back together, And at that point, he wanted to move in with me. But at that point, I had seen what it was like to be with a man who had real money and, could do really nice things and kind of help me out or whatever. So I was like, no, we not moving in together. You're not moving in with me unless we get married. So that was done. So then fast forward a couple of years, my sister gets a divorce and my mom was like, come out here and I will take care of your kids and you can go back to school. So I was like, well, shit, you ain't leaving me. I'm coming too. So I left and went to Texas. I moved out there for a year. And I broke up with him, but we broke up on good terms. And I just straight told him, like, we could still be friends, but you don't want to get married, and I want to get married. And I feel like this is never going to happen. So my sister's moving to Texas. I'm moving with her. So I left. I had a going away party. He was there. He took me to the airport, because he was really one of those kind of macho men. It was kind of like, I ain't gonna cry. Hey, Lolo, what's up? Oh my God, Lolo is here. Hazel Diane, hey, my boo. I think I said hi to Carmelate. All right, so anyway, um, so we broke up on good terms, but we still kept in touch. And when I moved to Texas, it was horrible because my mom lived in a really exclusive, rich neighborhood where it wasn't nothing but families. It wasn't no single men. I didn't really know nobody. It took me a long time to find a job. So fast forward, I freaking went back to California. So what made me go back is one day I was visiting California and it was my birthday. And he took me out for my birthday. He bought me some nice jewelry, flowers, just he just showed out. He showed out so much. I was like, fuck that, I'm coming back. He was like, okay, if you come back, we're gonna get married. I'm like, okay. So I come back. That nigga was lying. He just wanted me to come back. So he was dragging his feet again. So then after about a year, I was like, you know what? I'm done. This is done. I'm done. But this time when I broke up with him, I freaking changed my number. I stopped talking to all of his friends, all of his family. I blocked everybody on my cell phone. Nobody could talk to me. They didn't know what was going on. So maybe about 2 months after that, I'm at work and he calls me on my desk phone. I didn't even know he had the number. I answered the phone like, "Good afternoon, welcome." Da, da, da. Not welcome, but good afternoon. This is, da, da, da. And he was like, "Hey, so you really ain't gonna talk to me? I really need to talk to you. I miss you." And I was like, "Yeah." Oh no, I don't want to talk to you. And he was like, well, I really just really need to talk to you. Like, don't do me like that. And I was like, okay. And he was like, can I come over? And I was like, no, because every time you come over, I freaking end up naked and we end up back together. And we ain't doing that because I already see that you my weakness. So I will meet you at McDonald's on such street. So he was like, hey, Queen B. He was like, okay, well, I'll meet you at McDonald's then. So we met at McDonald's. Girl, oh my God, this nigga had a ring. He had the application for the marriage license. He was like, I don't want to lose you. Let's get married. This is the ring. He was like, I got the application. I already started filling it out. And of course, my ass was like, okay. And I just started crying. And we was like, okay. So we didn't really have a lot of money then. So oh, that's another thing too. He still was hustling, but he got him a blue collar worker job, which was cool. I was okay with that, but money was never an issue for him. And whatever he was doing, it worked out good because he never well, he did go to jail one time, but he ended up just getting probation. And I think that's what made him get a job too, because when we had broke up, one of those times he was in jail. Only that one time. And he never went back. But people was like, oh, he's in jail. Even my mom was like, oh my God, he's in jail. You should write him a letter. I was like, hell no. I broke up with that fool. I'm not writing him shit. So, but anyway, once he came to me. We met at McDonald's. He had the marriage application. He started filling it out. He told me he had got a job. He had been working. And so I was like, okay, cool. So we didn't have a lot of money, so we agreed to elope. So we eloped. We went to the courthouse and we got the marriage application, and we got married on Halloween, y'all. So I didn't want to get married on Halloween, but that was the first available date. And he was like, no, let's get married on Halloween. Because just put it this way, I would never forget our wedding anniversary. So we got married on Halloween, but I told him he could not tell his family because if my family can't be there, his family can't be there. And I kind of used to be in competition. I want to say it was they competed with me, but my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, we got along very good until I left and moved to Texas. After that, they was kind of done with me, and they used to treat me kind of bad. Not real bad, but you could feel the tension or whatever. So after we got back together, it was kind of like, why are y'all back together? Even my family was like, why do y'all keep going around doing this? But whatever, we ended up, we was all engaged for a total of 2 weeks. So he agreed not to tell his family. I agreed not to tell mine, but my family was in Texas. And I was super close with my family, well, my mom and my sister. And so I called my mom and I was like, hey, who asked me to marry him? And she was like, oh my God. She said, what did you say? I said, yeah. I said, but we getting married on Friday. She was like, Friday? I said, what you think? She was like, well, you know what? He's a good person. She was like, you do what makes you happy. She was like, and you need to go on and hurry up and do it because we know that nigga got cold feet. He might change his mind. Hey, Coco Side Eye. So hi, CEO, boss lady. What's up, Donnie Hughes? Hey, BJ. Let's see what else. Your pleasure. I'll say hi. Oh, naturally buttered is here. What it do, boo? Okay, thank you. I'm just glad you're here. Hey, Queen Bee. Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss nobody. So anyway, so my mom was like, "Yeah, you better marry him before he changes his mind." So, and the day we got married, I called my dad when I was on my way to get my hair done, and I was like, who asked me to marry him? And he was like, "Oh, I'm happy for you." And I said, "Yeah, well, I'm getting married at 12:30." He was like, "Oh," he was like, "Okay," because my dad, he got money, but he kind of he's real cheap, so I'm sure he wasn't tripping because he probably was thinking, "Oh, I ain't gotta pay for that shit. Go right ahead." So, so we got married, and we did not. He didn't move in until after we got married. So we got married. Everything was beautiful. It was beautiful. I was married for 3 years. 3 years. No, 4 years. And so then I told you guys a story about when I had my baby. So when my son was about 7 or 8 months old, my husband had a heart attack. He was not sick. I mean, he had some issues, but he it wasn't like major. I think it was, well, maybe it was major, and he kind of kept it from me. But one day, and this was like maybe a couple of weeks before Christmas, we were sitting on the sofa and he just passed out. He had a heart attack. And I had relatives visiting from Las Vegas. And by this time, we had moved into our own home and all of that. So, oh, go ahead. I'm on live though. No, they cannot see you. No, they can't see you. I'm not on camera. So, I have some relatives visiting from Las Vegas. My aunt started doing CPR. We called the ambulance. They came and got him, and he was in ICU for 3 days, and then he passed away. His liver, I mean, all of his vital organs started to fail. Um, I know, Lolo, thank God, yeah, but he didn't make it. And it was really hard for me because, like I kind of had told you guys before, my faith was so strong, and I just felt like, I could say a prayer and God is gonna fix it because He always fixed it, and that didn't happen. When my husband died, I was fucked up for a long time. And I was shocked because I ain't gonna hold y'all. That whole weekend when we was in the hospital, I was thinking he gonna turn around because I'm too blessed and highly favored. I know the Lord is not gonna bring me this far to let me finally have a baby. And now I don't have no husband. Like that ain't gonna happen. And I was telling people like he gonna be all right. I don't know what y'all think, but he's gonna be all right. But he wasn't. And he died like maybe 3 days later. So I was heartbroken. I didn't go to therapy. I wish I would have went to therapy. I did eventually heal, but I think it took a lot longer because I didn't go to therapy. For a long time, I was very angry. I just needed a reason to fight or just be mad or just go off on somebody. And I'm just being very transparent with y'all. When my baby started to act out, that's what kind of made me want to change because I felt like he was getting he was getting those behaviors from me because I was very angry. Like I was not happy at all. And then every time something would happen, I would just always take it back to, well, if my husband was here, I wouldn't be going through this. Um, but I eventually healed and I eventually started dating again. I'm not dating right now though, because it's freaking shit out there. But I still believe in marriage, and I still claim that I will be married again one day. That is my goal. But you know, y'all ever seen those memes where older people start dating, and then they break up with somebody because something stupid, like they didn't put the cap on the toothpaste? That's probably gonna be me. I'm gonna have to really be mindful. Okay, so that's my story. And so funny, my son looks just like me and he acts just like my husband. He have the same mannerisms. Sometimes I'll see him do something and I'll just be like, I see you, like I know you here with me. And my mom used to always tell me like he's gonna make sure you have someone even better than him. And he was really good. We had our issues, but it was nothing that I couldn't handle. And he really loved me and he used to tell me all the time, like, people are jealous of our relationship. And I think it's because we were like best friends. We used to have competitions on who was the funniest. He swear he the funniest, but I think I was the funniest. But he was funny though. So that's it. Hey, BA Sagittarius. So that's my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me look down at the comments and see what y'all are seeing. I don't know if I'm ready for another marriage. Yeah, Lola, I understand that. I do. But I really enjoy the companionship and just doing stuff together and just having male companionship, that closeness, that intimacy. I do kind of miss that. Um Mobetta, losing your husband, did it have an impact on your faith in the Lord? Absolutely, Jean. It did have an impact on my faith because for a long time I was very mad at God. I just felt like, how could He do this to me? And like I had told you guys before, I was used to getting whatever it is I wanted. If I went after something, I would get it. I, you know, I lived a very good life when I was younger. So I really just was flabbergasted. But you know what changed? Because I already had a strong foundation in God and, and reading the Bible and all of that. So I think that's what helped me come back. And then, too, somebody gave me this book. It was a spiritual book about grieving. And I read that book. And I think that's what helped me, too. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. So I think that's what helped me, too, bring it back because my faith is very strong now. And it took me a long time to realize that God doesn't make any mistakes. And because for a long time too, I felt guilty. I felt like I was so wrapped up in being a new mom, I wasn't paying attention to him and his health. And so for a long time, I felt guilty. I felt like if I would have went to the doctors, if I would have pushed the issue like I did before my kid was born, because my husband always had high blood pressure, and so I felt bad for a long time. I felt guilty because I felt like had I pushed the issue and really stayed on top of it like I did before I had a baby, maybe he wouldn't have died. But I don't feel like that anymore because now I know that if it's your time to go, it's your time. It's nothing you could do. I could have did everything right, and if God wanted to call him home, then he was going home, and that was it. But it's been, my husband passed away in 2011. So it's been quite a long time. And for a long time, I couldn't even talk about it, or if I talked about it, I would cry. And now it's not like that. Now I have really good memories. One good memory I have is I was cleaning out my closet and I saw a camera that my husband had bought me because I used to be really, well, I still am kind of into photography, but I used to have a camera and I would take actual photos, not just with my phone. And I just happened to be looking through it because I hadn't seen it in a long time. And my husband has selfies that he had taken with my baby. It was just so wonderful because it just made me feel like it's okay. Oh, and then something funny that happened after he passed away when I had took off work and I spent like a month in Texas with my family. And I'm a diehard Green Bay Packers fan, and my husband was a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan. And that year, the Packers were undefeated. We had not lost any games. And it was like a December, it was around Christmas time. And I was in Texas, and freaking Kansas City Chiefs beat us and messed up our record. And my mom was like, see, she's telling you he all right. I'm like, that don't make me feel no better. It's funny now, but my mom was trying to make me feel better. Okay, so let me see what else y'all see. Yes, therapy saved me from being so mad when my mama passed. Yeah, I was very mad. I was very angry. Did I say hi to VA Sagittarius? I think I did. Oh, let me see. Queen B, Mo better. You're a beautiful and sweet person. I believe you will get better again. Thank you, Queen B. I appreciate that. Get married again. Girl, I am claiming it. Whatever people say. And the dating scene ain't been too good for me. But I'm not really dating like that. But I have dated. It just never really turned into anything. And then at this age too, I ain't for the bullshit. When I see some fuck shit going on, I'm gone. We can't talk about it. And two, I'm a mom, so it's different when you're a mom. Well, for me, it is. It's like I have to think about my son. We can't be bringing no bullshit around him, okay? Because he's doing so well, and we want to keep that going. Okay. Let me see what else. Let me scroll up. Um, Thank you for sharing with us, Boo. You're welcome. Okay, I'm scrolling up. Let's see. It's okay, BA. I'm just glad you're here and you made it. Um, let's see. Let me go up. Oh, let me see. Hey, Coco Side Eye. Thank you, Lori Lolo. Yeah, heart attack ain't no joke. It was messed up. I was in a daze for a long time. It took me a long time. Man, when I went back to work, I used to cry all the time. It was horrible. But we made it through. And I believe my husband is here with me right now. And, I'm grateful for the time that we had. I think about how it would have been if he was here, but, it is what it is. God don't make no mistakes. So that's my story time. Um, I don't think I'm gonna drop the link because what we gonna talk about? So I'm gonna call it an evening. Oh, Hazel, let me see. You are blessed and move. Never forget that ever. That's right. That's right. Hi, Daria. That's okay. Catch the replay. It's not gonna be that long. Um, so let me tell y'all a couple of things before we end. We will have cocktails and conversations this Saturday. I am going to add some more questions. If you guys have any questions that you want to add, please drop them in the comment section or drop them on my wall under any of my posts. Let me see what Coco Side Eye is saying. If he's with you right now, is he going to watch you get busy with the next man? Oh my God. Girl, I'm not even gonna answer that. VA Stash. Hey fam, he walking around right now stripping down. Oh, the baby. Oh my God, that's so funny. So anyway, so we're gonna do cocktails and conversations to Saturday. I'm gonna have a real mocktail this time. So make sure you guys um come through. And if you guys have any drinks that you want me to do, or you have any ideas of for a mocktail, some easy though, because I can't be doing all of that during the live stream. But um, it is different when you're a mom queen bee because my baby come first and trust he doing so good, and that's because I put him first. Coco side eye, girl, you need to not think like that. So anyway, so cocktails and conversations Saturday, probably around 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Um, let's see. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm not in the chat. Drop them in the comment section under this video or somewhere on my wall. If you have any drinks you want me to make, you can put them under my wall, or you can send them to me on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is mo.beta444. Okay, so follow me on Instagram, and then let me show you guys my banner for the challenge, the competition. Don't forget about the competition we have coming up on July 18th. I still haven't thought about the time. And now we have 7 entries. We have 7 entries. We're going up to 15. So we're still space. Um, we got space for 8 more people if y'all want to join. The pot gonna be lit because we got a bunch of people who are contributing. I am starting the pot off at $100. I may add more depending on how much we get because I want it to be really good. So some of the rules is the music has to be copyright free. Entries will be judged on originality, creativity, and how well it gels with the Mo Besties brand. Okay. All entries must be submitted by Thursday, July 16th at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Only the first 15 entries will be accepted, so do not wait. And right now we're up to 7 entries. It's going to be first place and second place, both monetary prizes. I'm not sure of the judges yet, but I know Pizza is supposed to be my co-host, and Lady Nika's either going to be a co-host or she's going to be a judge. So we're going to have the judge pick the top two intros that they like, and then you guys will vote on who you want to win. Um, let's see. I think that's it. Okay, let me see. Let me go back to the chat, and then I will end this. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm getting the hang of this phone. Hey, Benzon, what's up, boo? I'm so happy you're here. Let's see. Oh, and Coco Side Eye, boo, it's all good. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Oh, I think you can hear me. I see the bubble moving. Okay, the phone call jacked me up. So anyway, that's it and that's all. I'll see you guys Saturday for cocktails and conversations. Oh, let me let y'all see me on the screen when I tell y'all bye. Let me see how I do this. Mm. Okay, bye, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed my story. Thank you for coming. I love y'all so much. You guys have a wonderfully blessed evening. Thank you for sharing this time with me. And I will see you guys Saturday for cocktails and conversations. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
I know, I know, I know. I know it may be the end, but it ain't gonna be the last time you see me. I hope you had fun in my house. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out. Mo better, mo better, mo better, mo better. Let's have a good rest of the day or night. Depending on where you are at in the world, you know they say you ain't gotta leave, but you gotta get out of here. It's time to go, but I hope you had fun. Thank you for being here.